Ever wonder why you're advised to cut bananas and oranges from your renal diet? They're packed with potassium, a mineral essential for health, but potentially dangerous in excess, especially if you have kidney disease. This training will navigate you through the intricacies of a low potassium diet, helping you make wise food choices, understand food labels better, and manage your overall health. Let's dive into the world of dietary potassium. Are you tired of struggling with your health? If you're someone living with chronic kidney disease, I've got great news for you. Hello, I'm Mathea Ford, a registered dietitian nutritionist specializing in chronic kidney disease and owner of RenalDietHQ.com. I specialize in helping people just like you improve their health by making simple yet delicious changes to your meals. Together, we can transform your eating habits, boost your overall well-being, and ensure that you're enjoying every bite along the way. Say goodbye to bland and boring meals and say hello to a healthier, more vibrant life. Let's get started on this incredible journey to better health together. Visit RenalDietHQ.com today and take the first step towards a healthier lifestyle. Understanding the role of potassium in your renal diet is crucial for maintaining a healthy balance. This mineral plays an essential role by controlling nerve and muscle function, including that of your heart, as well as balancing fluids. It's important to note that your kidneys play a vital role in regulating these potassium levels, so kidney disease may lead to dangerously high levels in your system. Potassium plays a crucial role in the body. It controls nerve and muscle function, especially that of the heart muscle. Potassium is involved in generating electrical impulses that allow nerve cells to communicate with each other and with muscles. Potassium is also essential for normal muscle function, including the muscles of the heart. It helps regulate muscle contractions, including the contraction of skeletal muscles involved in movement, like walking. Understanding potassium deficiency is vital because low levels can disrupt these critical functions. The benefits of potassium-rich foods are significant. They help protect us from strokes, osteoporosis, and may even help lower our blood pressure. However, it's important to note that for those with kidney disease, excess intake can be harmful because your body retains it. Therefore, it's essential to balance your diet based on your current health condition. Your kidneys play a crucial role in regulating the amount of potassium in your body. Through their essential kidney function, they maintain electrolyte balance, including potassium regulation. With normal kidney function, your kidneys filter excess potassium out of your blood and excrete it through urine to help keep levels within safe limits. However, if you have kidney disease or impaired kidney function, this process may not work as effectively and can lead to high potassium levels, also known as hyperkalemia, which can be dangerous. Monitoring and managing hyperkalemia becomes a cornerstone of maintaining good health with kidney disease. Adhering to a special renal diet and discussing any changes in dietary habits with your healthcare provider are proactive steps towards safeguarding your health. If you're living with kidney disease, it's critical to understand the impact of high blood potassium levels on your health. Symptoms such as nausea, weakness, and numbness can indicate dangerously high levels of potassium. Left untreated, this condition can lead to serious complications, including heart problems, and can also be life-threatening. High potassium levels can cause symptoms like nausea, muscle weakness, numbness, tingling, chest pain, shortness of breath, and heart palpitations. Recognizing these high potassium symptoms is crucial to managing your health when you're living with kidney disease. So how much potassium should you eat on a renal diet? Determining your daily intake of potassium on a renal diet is crucial for maintaining balance in the body and preventing health complications. The amount of potassium you should eat per meal on a low potassium renal diet varies according to a number of factors, such as your height, weight, and your stage of kidney disease. By understanding these key factors, you can effectively manage your potassium levels, safeguarding against high concentrations that could potentially harm your kidneys and overall health. The amount of potassium that's safe for you to eat depends on what stage of kidney disease you have and what your potassium blood level is. If you're following a low potassium renal diet, you'll need to know your daily allowance of potassium. Understanding food labels is crucial for managing your intake. The dietary guideline for adults without kidney disease is 3,500 to 4,700 milligrams of potassium per day. If a low potassium renal diet is recommended, that's generally 2,000 to 3,000 milligrams per day. While on a low potassium diet, you should avoid or limit high potassium foods that can contribute to elevated potassium levels. These include bananas, oranges, white potatoes, sweet potatoes, tomatoes, avocados, spinach, beets, and dried fruits. You should limit your intake of those items if you're on a high potassium food limitation. Opt for low potassium foods to keep your intake within the recommended limits. Examples of low potassium foods include apples, strawberries, grapes, cabbage, cauliflower, cucumbers, green beans, lettuce, onions, peppers, and zucchini. Ways to lower your potassium intake or to maintain safe potassium level. Always monitor your potassium levels closely through the regular blood tests and regular monitoring, which helps with timely interventions and adjustments in your diet based on current levels. Practice leaching vegetables before eating them to reduce their potassium content. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Make reading food labels a habit to avoid the hidden sources of potassium in packaged foods. Be mindful when dining out on a low potassium diet. Not all restaurants consider your dietary restrictions. Limit consumption of high potassium foods such as bananas and potatoes when your potassium blood levels are high. Keep an eye on portion sizes. Even a low potassium food can cause trouble when eaten in excess. Adhering to these guidelines can help manage your condition and contribute positively to those around you. Your commitment towards careful monitoring and dietary adjustments can greatly reduce the risks associated with hyperkalemia, which is also what we call high potassium levels. Learning how to manage your chronic kidney disease is one of the best things you can do for yourself. When managing your renal diet, it's essential to select low potassium foods that will support your kidney health. Apples, grapes, cucumbers, and onions are excellent choices due to their lower potassium content. Additionally, starch options like rice and noodles can be a valuable part of your diet plan. They aren't just satisfying, but also help in maintaining safe, normal levels of potassium. Incorporating low potassium fruits such as apples, peaches, grapes, pears, watermelon, cranberries, and strawberries into your diet can help you maintain low potassium levels. I'm getting hungry as I'm talking about this. These are great low potassium snack ideas that not only support kidney function, but also offer other health benefits. Apples are a versatile low potassium fruit that can be added to salads or made into a healthy dessert. Grapes are perfect for a quick snack or as part of a refreshing salad. Pears are delicious when eaten fresh or incorporated into your main meal. The benefits of low potassium diet extend beyond supporting renal health. It also helps mitigate potential impacts of high potassium on your heart health. Regularly incorporating these foods into your meals will promote overall wellness while keeping your potassium in check. It's also important to include low potassium vegetables that provide essential nutrients while keeping potassium levels in check. Here are some of the best low potassium vegetables that you can include in your renal diet. Cauliflower is a versatile vegetable that can be used in various recipes. It is low in potassium and can be a good substitute for high potassium vegetables like potatoes. Cabbage is a kidney-friendly vegetable that's low in potassium. It's also rich in vitamin C, fiber, and other beneficial compounds. Bell peppers, particularly the green variety, are low in potassium and can be added to salads, stir fries, or stuffed with other kidney-friendly ingredients. Zucchini is a summer squash that's low in potassium. It can be used in various dishes, including soups, stews, and stir fries. Onions are a flavorful vegetable that are low in potassium. They can be used as a base for many dishes and add flavor without significantly increasing potassium levels. Remember that portion control also plays a role in managing potassium intake, even when it comes to low potassium foods. You can easily manage your renal health by choosing starches like rice, noodles, and some low potassium cereals that are beneficial for maintaining safe potassium levels. Opting for low potassium grains like white rice or wild rice help keep your diet balanced without raising potassium levels dangerously. Low potassium pasta varieties, including white and whole wheat types, also align well with a kidney-friendly diet. Also, opting for low potassium cereals, many oat and rice-based options fit this bill. Ultimately, careful selection of these staple foods is key to successfully managing a low potassium renal diet. Keeping a close eye on your potassium levels is crucial when you're dealing with kidney disease. Regular testing allows for timely adjustments to your diet, ensuring that you stay within safe potassium limits and maintain your optimal health. Remember, how much or how little potassium you need isn't a one-size-fits-all. It's determined by the stage of your kidney disease and other factors. So regular checkups are key in managing your condition effectively. It's vital to have your potassium levels checked regularly when on a low potassium renal diet. Regular testing is the key to monitoring your progress and ensuring that you're maintaining a safe balance of that crucial mineral. Blood potassium levels are categorized into 3 ranges: the safe zone, the caution zone, and the danger zone. The safe range for blood potassium levels in adults in the United States is typically between 3.5 and 5 millimoles per liter. The caution zone extends from 5.1 to 6 millimoles per liter. And finally, the danger zone encompasses potassium levels that are 6 millimoles per liter or above. Millimoles per liter is the measurement that we use in the US for this particular mineral. It is crucial for people with kidney disease to be aware of their blood potassium levels and consult with their healthcare professionals. This is to ensure appropriate management and prevention of complications associated with the imbalance in potassium levels. By monitoring potassium, it helps you adjust your diet accordingly based on the results. If your levels are too high or too low, you can make necessary changes to your meal plans. As you navigate your renal diet, here are some key strategies to help keep your potassium levels in check. One important step, as I've been describing, is limiting high potassium foods like bananas, oranges, and tomatoes. Additionally, leaching vegetables that contain high amounts of potassium can be an effective way to reduce the content of potassium while still enjoying those nutritious foods. Understanding food label reading becomes an essential skill while managing your potassium intake. Many processed foods contain hidden sources of potassium, which could disrupt the equilibrium. You'll need to cut back on high potassium foods, like I said, like bananas, oranges, potatoes, tomatoes, and avocados to manage your potassium levels effectively. Here's some simple steps. Explore low potassium meal ideas. Opt for fruits such as apples or cranberries and vegetables like beans or cucumbers. Be cautious of items with added potassium chloride like low salt products. So if you have the new salt or a white salt that is salt-free, it's probably got potassium chloride instead of sodium chloride, which is something you should also avoid. Keeping serving sizes small and limiting the intake of dairy products. Opt for non-dairy milk products like almond milk and rice milk, as they contain less potassium. Remember that certain medications can interact with your dietary potassium too, so you should always consult with your healthcare provider while planning your diet to ensure the healthy balance of nutrients. I've mentioned leaching your vegetables a couple times. So leaching is a cooking method that helps reduce the amount of potassium in certain vegetables and can be a useful technique for those on a renal diet. It's an effective way to enjoy your favorite potassium-rich vegetables while maintaining safe levels. The process of leaching involves soaking and boiling the vegetables in water to draw out some of their potassium content. So let's talk about how you can leach vegetables. Prepare the vegetables by washing them thoroughly under running water to remove any dirt or debris. Peel the vegetables if desired, as unpeeled vegetables can contain more potassium. So if you leave the peel on, you can have some potassium in the peel. Cut the vegetables into small pieces that are 1/4 inch thick. Rinse the vegetables. Place the vegetables in a large bowl or colander. Rinse them with warm water for a few seconds, and then soak the vegetables, filling a large pot or bowl with warm unsalted water, using 10 times the water amount to vegetable amount. Add the vegetables to the water and let them soak for at least 2 hours. Drain and rinse. After the soaking period, drain the water from the vegetables and rinse them again using warm water. Cooking the vegetables. You can now proceed with cooking the vegetables according to your desired recipe. You'd be surprised as to how easy leaching vegetables is. Remember, these dietary modifications are part of a broader strategy aimed at reducing your potassium levels. You should always consult with your kidney dietitian concerning appropriate cooking methods and dietary changes for regulating your potassium intake and managing kidney health. It's crucial to understand how to read labels as a kidney patient, particularly when you're trying to manage your levels on a low potassium diet. Deciphering potassium labels can seem daunting, but with a bit of understanding and practice, it can become second nature. Start with the serving size. The serving size listed on the food label is the reference amount for which the nutrient values are provided. Make sure to note the serving sizes. It will help you determine the potassium content accurately based on the amount you consume. So if the bottle is 20 ounces and a serving is 10, the potassium level on the label is referring to 10 ounces of that product, not the full container. Identify the potassium content. Look for the potassium line under the nutrition facts panel. The potassium content is usually listed in milligrams. Keep in mind that potassium values indicated are for the specified serving size. And then understanding your low potassium guidelines. While there's no specific cutoffs universally agreed on for low potassium foods, the National Kidney Foundation considers foods with less than 200 milligrams of potassium per serving as a lower potassium option. However, this can vary based on individual dietary restrictions and your specific needs. With the right knowledge, you can make informed choices about what you eat, helping maintain safe levels of this mineral in your body and manage your kidney health effectively. You've got to be cautious of hidden sources of potassium in your meals, even when you're diligently following a renal diet. Some foods may seem innocuous, but contain potassium-rich ingredients that can spike your levels unexpectedly. Beware of seasonings and condiments. While they enhance flavor, some have a high potassium content. Certain salt substitutes, like I was talking about before, and the seasonings use potassium chloride, which can be more harmful than salt when you're looking at high potassium levels. Additionally, don't overlook beverages like milk or certain fruit juices like grapefruit juice or orange juice. These can be loaded with potassium too. And processed foods often have potassium additives for preservation, like potassium sorbate. Even the innocent looking canned fruits and vegetables can be a risk. So by being mindful about these hidden sources, you'll keep your levels in check while enjoying your tasty meals safely. If you have early kidney disease, you should generally aim to drink around 64 ounces or 8 glasses of fluid throughout the day to stay hydrated. However, if you're diagnosed with advanced kidney disease, you may have to limit your fluid intake to avoid fluid retention. Managing potassium intake is crucial for individuals with CKD, and this extends to beverages as well. When it comes to quenching your thirst, there's a number of drink options that can keep your potassium levels in check. Water is always the best choice for hydration, as it is free of potassium. It supports kidney function by helping your kidneys clear waste from your body. For a flavor boost, consider a fruit-infused water. Infusing water with slices of low-potassium fruits, like strawberries or peaches, can add a hint of flavor without significantly increasing potassium content. I personally love mine with cucumber. This can be a great way to enhance the taste of water and stay hydrated. Cranberry juice is low in potassium and can be a suitable choice for individuals with CKD. However, make sure you're picking products without potassium additives by reading that label. Many herbal teas, such as chamomile, peppermint, or ginger tea, are suitable for kidney patients in moderation. These can be enjoyed hot or cold and can provide a flavorful and refreshing alternative to other beverages. By choosing alternatives to high potassium drinks, you'll take an essential step towards maintaining safe potassium levels. When dining out, it's crucial to navigate your meal choices wisely to maintain a low potassium diet. Always ask for nutrition information at restaurants in order to be aware of potassium content in various dishes. This empowers you to make informed decisions and opt for low potassium choices. You've got to remember to ask for nutritional information at restaurants, as many foods and meals may contain high levels of potassium, especially as additives. Your nutrition education becomes a vital tool in these situations, helping you identify low potassium options. When communicating with the restaurant staff, be clear about your dining restrictions due to kidney disease. Ask for menu modifications if needed. Chefs can often prepare dishes with fewer high potassium ingredients or use different cooking methods. Don't hesitate to discuss your needs. Most establishments are happy to accommodate dietary restrictions when possible. And remember, maintaining a low potassium diet while dining out is doable with the right knowledge and communication strategies. Stay proactive in managing your health, even on a night out. It's absolutely possible to enjoy dining out with kidney disease while still making smart choices that align with your renal diet. When considering dining out options, restaurant menu selection is key in making low potassium choices. Take a moment to review the menu thoroughly before ordering, and don't hesitate to ask the waiter or waitress about ingredients or preparation methods if you're unsure. Choosing side salads or steamed vegetables from the low potassium list instead of fries or baked potatoes, for example. Implement these eating out strategies regularly, and you'll find it easier to maintain low potassium meals, even when not cooking at home. Remember, managing your health doesn't have to mean sacrificing enjoyable experiences. Maintaining a balanced diet is an essential part of managing your kidney condition. As with everything related to your kidney disease, your situation is unique. You're not alone, and there's a lot you can control. By working closely with your doctor and your renal dietitian, you can keep tabs on your potassium level and take needed steps to keep that important number within normal range.